Ready.
You ready?
Yep.
Oh, there we go. 2-1 win, you get the final goal in the last minute. The stats were a little more lopsided than that.
Right.
SMU had about a 2-1 advantage in shots, a lot of fouls. Overall, what did you think of the way your team played, and what did you see that ended up being the deciding factor?
No, I thought we, after the first half, we weren't great in the first half. We got a bit more direct in the second half. Edie was a handful, and Brendan Lee caused him fits. So, and we were all over in the second half. I thought the goal, it was good to get the first goal. Second goal we thought was coming. And the team that sits in like that and tries to play on the break, eventually, I think we have enough quality to break those types of teams down. So it was, I think it was a just result.
Now that you're in the postseason, you have the advantage of playing a team that you've already seen once before this year.
Right.
Did Cincinnati do anything different this time in the way they approached you compared to when you beat them up on their field?
No, they're the same thing. Same team. We thought they'd be exactly the same as they were. Tactically, there was no difference. It was pretty similar. Sat too deep in the midfield. You know, one high, one kind of underneath. Their wingers didn't get forward too much. The 10 can be a pain, but overall it was exactly what we thought they'd be.
Cincinnati scored first. Guy went up very high ball,
Okay.
a header. Did you see a defensive lapse or breakdown, or did you just tip your hat to the opponent for a nice
No,
goal?
he did well. I mean, he got up well and tucked it home, but it's hard to really say. You know, I'll have to look at the video, but you know, there was a free runner in the box, so there is some sort of accountability there, and I thought we were too easy to let the ball be whipped in, but you know, I think they probably had 3 or 4 decent chances in the game, so they got one on us. It was good to see us. You know, we never want to go down a goal, but the resolve of the group was good to see. You know, I thought once we got the first, it was only a matter of time till the second came.
Your offense had a flurry at the end of the first half. Edie was in the middle of that with several shots.
Right.
Brendan Lee, that carried over to the beginning of the second half. Did you get a sense that Cincinnati up 1-0 was basically going to try to play to hold on to that score?
Yeah, I mean, they started to. I mean, the goalkeeper started taking some time at the beginning of the second half with 42 minutes left, but that's fine. If they want to sit in and try to hold on to a lead, it's part of the game. We have to have enough to continue to play and try to break them down. And I told the group to remain patient and that their opportunities would come, and hat off to them, and they did a good job.
Brendan Lee gets the tying goal, and as you said, he was giving them fits. What was he doing so effectively that was creating chances for you?
He's just so quick. He's hard to defend, and they kept throwing extra guys out there and trying to force him one way, and he has an extra turn of pace that other guys can't really deal with, and there's not a whole lot of outside backs that can. And I thought one of the pieces of the game tonight was 1v1 aggressive play on the width, and Brendan it fits him to a T.
In the closing minutes of the game, obviously both teams are scrambling to get a go-ahead goal. You get the goal with half a minute left or so. Christian Borum scores the goal. From your standpoint on the bench, what did you see on that play, how that unfolded?
No, I mean, the referee stopped the clock with like 29 seconds left to kind of sort out the guys pushing around, so we decided to push all our guys on the end line, and I guess we'll throw some credit to Coach McClements, a play he used to always do when we put a bunch of guys on the end line and whip it in on top of their goalkeeper who had difficulty dealing with high balls, and it created a scrum, and we wanted it more.
By winning this game, you advance to the second round of the tournament. You're going to see Tulsa for the third time this year. A lot of coaches say it's very difficult to beat anybody 3 times. Are you one of those coaches who subscribes to that? And
it's another game, it's another team that we know very well. They know us. We'll put 11 guys out there, and they'll do the same. And I think we have the quality to make it a good game. And they're a good team. They play a good style, and they're fun to play against, and they cause you trouble, and you cause them trouble, and it's always a thrilling game to watch. But no, we like playing. It's a good matchup, and whenever you play a rival, it sits up well for a nice semifinal down in South Florida.
when you played Cincinnati the first time, there were 9 cards handed out. This game also was very emotional. What's the key to regrouping and getting your feet back under you for the Tulsa game?
Yeah, it it was an emotional game, and anytime you have the opportunity, and I just told the boys, a team that you eliminate from the playoffs, you know, they have, I mean, there's nothing for them to lose when the final whistle goes. Some of those guys, their careers are done, and it's easy for those guys to take shots at you, and hopefully there's a lot more for this group to come, and we have to have enough maturity just to shake some hands and walk away, and if they don't want to do that, then too bad. It's not the end of the world. So there's more for our group to come, but we have to have the discipline and maturity to, you know, when the game's over and the other team wants to, you know, scuffle starts, we need to have be more of a man and just get out of there.